Hi guys, in today's video we're going to look at the reactions of nitriles, looking at reduction and hydrolysis reactions, and then we'll look at an exam style question.
So first, let's quickly recap what exactly nitriles are. Well, nitriles are compounds that contain this CN group here. We have a carbon triple bonded to a nitrogen. So an example of a nitrile would be ethane nitrile, where you can see we've got a CH3 group and this nitrile group. Now, it's interesting to note that you are counting this carbon in the functional group. That would actually be the first carbon, and this over here is second. That's why this is ethane nitrile. Now, nitriles are very polar molecules, and although they can't form hydrogen bonds with each other, they have a very high boiling point because of the intermolecular forces of attraction. Interestingly, nitriles are soluble in water, and that's because although they can't form hydrogen bonds with each other, they can form hydrogen bonds with other water molecules. And we have seen a trend before, and it's a trend that applies to our nitriles, that when the chain length increases, the solubility will decrease. So let's have a look at some of the reactions that our nitriles undergo. The first reaction we're going to look at is reduction. We're going to look at how nitriles can be reduced to form amines. Now, the term reduced can apply to a number of different things. We've met it plenty of times before when we were talking about electrons, and we know that reduction is the gain of electrons. Well, reduction can also be known as the addition of hydrogen, and that's what type of reduction we're going to look at today. So the first way that our nitriles can be reduced is through the addition of hydrogen gas and a nickel catalyst. It doesn't always have to be nickel catalyst, it can be another metal catalyst such as palladium or platinum. But for today's video, I'm going to stick with the use of nickel. So you can see the reagents we're using are our hydrogen gas and our nitrile. And the conditions we're using are that metal catalyst, and we're raising the temperature and pressure to increase the rate of reaction. So here you can see the overall reaction that we would expect. We have our nitrile with that CN group reacting with 2 molecules of hydrogen gas to form our amine. And you can see we've represented the catalyst by putting it on top of the arrow there. Now, it's interesting to note that this is actually hydrogen gas here. We'll look in our second example at how we're talking about hydrogen from a reducing agent. This is the hydrogen gas.
Hey guys, to continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific A-level chemistry videos, click the button. Join me today and together let's make A-level chemistry a walk in the park.